This video will show you how to use Microsoft Office from the Minos Virtual Desktop. To begin with, I'm logged into the desktop and I'm just sitting on the main page that you see when you first log in. Microsoft Office is actually a bunch of different programs. Things like PowerPoint, Excel, Word, OneNote are the ones that you may end up using the most here at Minos. These programs should all be linked right on the desktop. So there's various icons that I could double click on to open the programs, but they can be deleted, moved around, and if that's happened to you, you can always come down to the Start menu. You can select all programs, and then you can find Microsoft Office 2013, and that'll show you all of the programs associated with Office. However, I'm going to click out of there and come just back to the main desktop. I'm going to double click to open Word. And I'm going to show you a few things in Word that are pretty similar, also in PowerPoint and Excel as well. So I went ahead, I opened Word, and now it gives me the option. I can pick to open a recent document. So if you had saved something and you're not done working, you could come back and continue working on that. Or in this case, I'd like to open a blank document. There's some other templates down here that you could consider using as well. I'm just going to double click on the blank document, and I'm going to get just that, a blank document where I can type whatever I want. Okay, so got my typing done, and I want to save my file. If you're just saving and you don't really care about the name of your file, you can click on Save. If you haven't set up the name of your file yet, or you want to change the name of your file, then you're going to want to go to Save As. If I accidentally click on Save and I haven't set the name of the file yet, it'll still ask me to do that. So right now it doesn't really matter which one I click on. So now I have to decide where do I want to save my file. Now remember, we want to save things to the Documents folder on the Minos Virtual Desktop. That could show up over here in your recent folders, but it's not doing that for me. So I'm going to double click on Computer, and then in my list over here I see underneath Libraries is Documents. So I'm going to make sure that that's selected. And you know what? It pulled a title for me just from my first thing that I typed in there. So I could just go right ahead and title this test document. But you know what? I don't want to do that. So I'm going to give it a different title. So we'll just call it Cool File. And then I'm just going to click on Save. And now it's saved. It says, oh, here's the title of my file up at the top of the page, and then it's in Word. If I type some more stuff, and I want to make sure that I save this again, I can come back to just save over here, and it will still just update the cool file. It's always a good idea to save frequently in case your computer crashes or your internet stops working or any of a million things happen that could cause you to lose your work. You don't want to type a whole 5-paragraph essay and then not have it get saved. That's no fun. Okay, so how do I find this file now? So let's say I've closed out of Word and I want to open this again. Well, I can either go back into Word and select it from the recent documents, or I can find it by clicking this folder down here that will allow me to see the different locations on the Minos Virtual Desktop. I can do kind of the same thing I did when I was saving my file and select Documents. And then I could just go here and open my cool file. Okay, so that's the basics of saving a file. It's possible you might want to create a PDF file. A PDF file it's kind of, looks like a Word file, but it's not able to be edited. Some teachers request that you do this. Some things, maybe like pictures or funny fonts, don't always show up right on another computer from a Word file. So using a PDF file means that your file will look exactly like it did on your computer. So sometimes it's a safe way to save a file. So to do this, I'm actually not going to use the Save menu, but I'm still going to go back up to File. But instead of using Save, I'm actually going to come down to Export. And from Export, I'm going to click on Create PDF/XPS. And now it's going to give me a menu that looks very much like the Save menu. It still shows me, okay, well, I want to save it to the Documents file. I'm still just going to call it Cool File. And then all I have to do when I'm done saving the file and getting it in the right location is click Publish. And then it's going to create a PDF. Usually the PDF will automatically open for you using Adobe Acrobat Reader. If you don't need to look at it right then, you can just go ahead and close it. And I can close it from Word. Now I still have this up here where I was finding my file from before, and now I can see I have a Microsoft Word file and an Adobe Acrobat document over here. So this has now created two separate files. One is a PDF file and one is my Word file. I can edit my Word file, but I cannot edit my PDF, is the main difference. So if you're ever stuck on which file exactly you should submit for class, you can always submit them both, and I think your teacher can figure it out. If they're two files of the same thing, is always a safe way to go. If you have any questions on how to use Microsoft Office from the Minos desktop, or if it doesn't seem to be working right for you, please always contact Tech